course, we have local artists in as we do every week. And right now, I'd like to introduce you to Reba Edwards. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
All right, well, the reason that you're here today, and I'm so excited, is twofold. First of all, we're going to be talking about the exhibit Pretty Girls, which is going to be opening tomorrow at the Tapp Art Center, right?
At 5 o'clock, yes. Tickets are 5 in advance and 7 at the door, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, no, it really is. There's going to be food and music. It's going to be a great reception, and that is tomorrow from 5 to 10 p.m. So you decided you would come down today, and you were so very generous in offering to paint something for us so we can see your process, get to know you as an artist, and what we can expect out there. But before we get your painting started, I want to talk a little bit about this show. Here's what I was reading about it, that it has to do with the feminism and consumerism, and I want to know, what does that mean to you?
Okay, first off, we started this artist collective 2 years ago. So it was a feminist artist collective, and our first theme was feminism. And so this year our theme is consumerism. So it was really just another branch on the tree of humanism that we're trying to build, basically. So it's really just like talking about how humans treat each other, and one of the things that, you know, humans do is you know, consume. We buy things.
Yes, we
do.
Like
we go out into the store, and especially females, you know, like we buy bras and like makeup, and, you know, like women consume, you know, just as much as men do. So it's kind of just looking at feminism, you know, through the lens of consumerism.
Okay, great.
And how that affects.
And I think you're right. Women do a lot of the purchasing because we're kind of keeping the household together.
Exactly.
We're keeping food on the table. We're making the decisions basically with a lot of the money in the household and putting it to use. So there you go. Actually, that makes sense now. I got it. I got it now.
That's the 50s housewife.
Okay, look, I get that. Okay, now let's talk about you as an artist and your process. Now I know you're coming in today, and of course you're just starting a piece here for us, and we're going to watch throughout the show as Reba works on this. Tell me, did you come in inspired already? Do you have an intention with this piece, and what would that be?
This is going to be called Female Flower, and it is a kind of an homage to Judy Chicago and Georgia O'Keeffe, in that it's a close-up of a flower and like kind of a female form at the same time.
And will this be for the show? So you have that feminist kind of idea
behind it. And no, because actually I'm doing an installation piece for the show.
Okay.
Because I'm one of the curators, I decided that all the wall space should go to all the artists that I'm trying to get into the show. So I wanted to just do a window, and so I have a window up there at Tapp's right now, and
we'll come see that too.
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing that. And what mediums will you be working with today?
I have acrylic and watercolor, and because they're both wet medium, you can kind of work them in together. And I also have this, what I drew on the canvas was with this this paintbrush that is water soluble. So.
Do you typically begin by kind of sketching out the outline?
Yes and no. A lot of times I'll just like go in and sketch in my notebook and then draw the sketch in with paint. Today, because it was so quick, I thought I'd go ahead and just like draw it in real quick.
Okay, thanks. Well, feel free to go ahead and get started and kind of talk me through the decisions that you're making as for the texture and what colors you're going to choose to use and why you make those choices. We want to get inside the mind of an artist. Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and start with like a really light pink wash. So I'm going to get a little bit of white.
Is this something that you'll do over the entire canvas as kind of like a base, or?
Yep, that is exactly right. Good job. And it's just going to be really light pink. And so you really aren't, at the end of the day, you're not going to really see it all that much, but it'll still be there. It's kind of just like the base and like.
And is this, would you say many pieces working on canvas anyway get started this way with just like a base undertone?
Yeah. I usually work in watercolor, and it works much better with watercolor, but you can do it with any canvas. A lot of times if you do oil, you will do just like a single earth tone, and the earth tone will take the base underneath, and then it's called an underpainting, and you'll work into it and pull out the highlights, and all of the dark areas will be the, like, it usually is like burnt umber or yellow ochre that you would use, but with watercolor you can use anything. It's called
All
a
right.
wash. It's called a
Well,
flat
we are
wash.
going to let you work. That is, you are teaching me as you go.
I actually am an art teacher.
So great. We're going to get to know you through this painting. We're going to let you work on it right now and get your undercolor kind of, your base coat kind of done. We're going to be checking in on Reba throughout the show today, so I want everyone to stay tuned because we get to see how this turns out. And of course, this is all for the Tapp Art Center exhibit Pretty Girls, which opens tomorrow. Reception is at 5 o'clock. We'll be back in a few minutes with you, okay, Miss Reba? Okay, you guys stick around. We'll be back as well.